All right, welcome back. We are on Unit 6 here. So we are moving this semester into trigonometry. I'm on page 1 of the packet. So first of all, we're going to be dealing with trigonometry, and trigonometry as you work through, if you're in general geometry last year, you did right triangle trig. And this was SOHCAHTOA. Okay, sine opposite over hypotenuse, cosine adjacent over hypotenuse, and tangent opposite over adjacent. So, and this only existed when you had a right triangle to work with. We will get to this, just not right away. Trigonometry has a whole bunch of other stuff to it, so we'll be doing this the majority of the semester, but not all the way through. We're gonna kind of go into a little bit of calculus and then a little bit of probability statistics. All right, so introduction here. Trigonometry literally means the measure of triangles. So different parts. You don't have to have right triangles with a right angle. You can have it cubed. You can have obtuse, equilateral, isosceles, whatever. But trig really means a measure of triangles. All right, when we look at an angle, so a little bit of review here. The angle, so where the angle comes together and actually makes the point, this is your vertex. The two sides of it are made of rays that come up from the vertex. We don't always draw them with arrows, but traditionally they are made with rays, so they go out in two directions. Really, we are focused on the space between them. But when we start doing trig, we're going to start doing actually it in a circle. We're going to start with one side, so the flat side that's kind of going to be along the x-axis here, and we're going to talk about that in a little bit. This is called the initial side. That's where the angle starts. Okay, and so when we measure, we start from here, and that's 0, 1, 2, 3. It's like when you had those protractors and you measured it and placed it, and then you looked at the number of degrees. You always started at 0. I measured up to another side. So we are measuring from one side to another. So the initial is where you start, where you end is terminal. That's the terminal side. This is where you end the angle. And in between is the degree measure or radian measure. Now, there are other measures you can do with angles called gradients and stuff, excuse me, but we are not going to be doing those. So we're going to be dealing with degrees and radians. You're not familiar with radians, that's fine. We're going to get into it a little bit. Not today, but very, very soon. All right, so trig. You know what trigonometry means? We're going to be studying of the sides and angles of a triangle and how they are related. So when it talks about trig being the measure of triangles, we're really talking or referring to the sides and the angles of a triangle and their measures and their numbers. Alright, so like I said, we're going to start doing them when they are in a circle. So here we are, we talk about the x-axis. So we have the x-axis and the y-axis, like you've originally seen when you've done graphing. Standard position is when the origin is the vertex, so the angle is made there. And the initial side will always lay on the positive x-axis. Okay, so we start here. And we measure this, and we measure between here and here. That's the angle measure. So this is your initial, and this is your terminal. Alright, so something to keep in mind, we are always going to start from the positive x-axis here. When you have a positive angle measure, we are going to rotate counterclockwise. So we start from the positive x-axis and go to your left. And with negative angles, yes, we are doing negative angles, we're going to rotate clockwise. Alright, so some basics to know here. Angles are often labeled using Greek letters such as alpha. So alpha, beta, theta, x. They're just variables. They all mean the same thing, it's just the unknown. Okay, so when I start here, this is my initial side here. This is 0 degrees here. When I go this direction, I go 90 degrees. When I go to the other side of the x-axis, this is 180 degrees, so positive. When I keep going, this is 270. And I keep going, that's 360. And I could keep going on and on and on. So angles can be over 360 degrees. They also can be negatives. So when I start here and go reverse, this is negative 90 degrees. So 270 degrees is the same as negative 90 degrees. If I keep going from here to here, 180 positive and 180 negative are the same thing. When I start from here to here and go, that's negative 270 degrees. And on and on and on, we get to negative 360. Alright, so you will have negative angles. You will have angles over 360 degrees, so over a full circle. So a lot of stuff that you didn't do in geometry will start coming up now when it getting into more complicated math. So acute angles. So angles. An angle measures between 0 and 90. An obtuse measures between 90 and 180. Straight is exactly 90 degrees and straight is exactly 180 degrees. Alright, so that's where we're going to stop today. We'll talk about coterminal and that stuff tomorrow. We'll see you later. Thanks. Bye.